What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Oh yeah. So guys, let's go ahead and jump into it today. I want to start busting out some quests. So we've been working with blood magic recently. I would like to do a few more blood magic quests. I was looking at this just a moment ago, and we got a few easy quests to complete here. Magnetic growth. So this is going to want us to make the Sigil of Magnetism and the Sigil of the Green Grove. The Sigil of Green Grove will grow all plants near the user as long as it is active. This does carry out a cost, so make sure your LP network is full. The Sigil of Magnetism will use LP to suck items into your inventory. So both of these things, we can't use that often until we get blood magic automated to the point where we're filling up our LP network using the Well of Suffering and all this stuff. So let's go ahead and make these things anyway, and we could check them out real quick. So Sigil of the Green Grove. I should probably just search for Green Grove. This guy right here. This requires a reinforced slate and which blood? Apprentice, Master. I think the Master is tier 4, right? Can we make this thing? We don't have the stuff over here for it. It's not in our system. So let's grab. We need Apprentice, Master. We will just take this one. And was it the reinforced? I can't remember. I'll take all of these different ones just so we don't have to come back again. I guess I could also look at the recipe for the other guy, the Magnetism one. So Sigil of the Green Grove. Wait, why is that? Oh, saplings. We don't have saplings over here. Huh. Okay, so we will grab saplings from down here. How are we doing? We got 48 stacks of those little fellas. It's a lot of saplings. I think we're good for a while. We're not going to be running out of oak anytime soon. Go ahead and do that. And there we go. There's a Sigil of the Green Grove. Okay, so we also wanted to make Magnetism. This one, so that is iron blocks, gold ingots, butte slate. I'm glad I grabbed that. So actually, I think we should be able to just make that. I think we have everything we do. Great. So Sigil of Magnetism, I'm curious how that works compared to this mysterious magnet. So I think we have to first right click with it to link it to ourselves. Yeah, I guess just right-clicking it once does that. And then I'll start using stuff from our blood network. Another thing, we should grab our Divination Sigil, which is in... Where is that? Did I put that in my ME system? Oh, no. I must have. Dang it. Okay, so... Oh, I got the wireless thing. Blood magic? No, it's not here. Where is it? Did I just miss seeing it? Oh, it's right here. It's Sigil of Holding, of course. So this guy right here, we can right-click in the air and see how much blood we have in our network, how much LP. We got 870, which is not a lot. So I'm not sure if the Sigil of Magnetism is always pulling from that. Oh, we just turned it on and just used 50, didn't it? So that... I'm hitting keys on my keyboard. So we should check this out and see how this thing works. So if I throw that on the ground, do I have to be holding this? Do I have to hold that? So that's not... It's got a little bit of a distance, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, it's still using stuff from my network. Okay, so I guess that just allows you to... Whoops, I didn't mean to throw that one. I guess that just allows you to pick up things from like 4 blocks away or so. Not super far. I don't know if there's a way to increase that range or not. But yeah, it definitely is not as good as this magnet, I don't think, which will pull it in from a lot further away. Okay, so that's kind of cool. If we can upgrade this so it has a longer range, this might be useful. But again, we'd have to wait until we have our blood network automatically filling up. Or our LP network, I should say. So Sigil of the Green Grove. This is also a pretty cool item. This will grow crops and stuff that you're standing nearby. So again, let's check out. So we have 670, and if I click this on... Oh, that used a bit there, didn't it? So is that working on these plants? I'm not seeing anything grow really quickly. Actually, yeah, I am. Looks like these are growing pretty quick, isn't it? So that's kind of cool. So how much is this using? Oh, we're almost out, aren't we? Oh, man. That uses a bunch. Okay, so we got to turn this guy off until we get that filled up. Okay, so I tell you guys what. I'm probably going to sit here let's grab our Master Blood Orb. We will tell that not to leave. I'm going to fill up our network a little bit, just so we have some in reserve. And we will be right back, guys. Alright guys, well it didn't take too long to get our LP network full. Well, not really full, but a decent amount of stuff in there. If I right click on this, you can see we got over 200,000, which is pretty cool. With the Master Blood Orb in here and the speed runes that we have around, this increases our LP network very, very quickly. Like it drains the altar very, very fast. So fast, in fact, if I sit here and I do this, I'm just going to go into red health. I can't keep up with it, basically. I need more runes of the self-sacrifice or whatever to fill this up faster with less hearts being used from me. But I think right now we're pretty good. So that's 260,000. I think we're good for a little bit of time. So I'll let myself heal up real quick. We should be able to give the Sigil of the Green Grove a better test now. And we are all healed up, which is awesome. So yeah, the Sigil of the Green Grove, I kind of want to see, now that we don't have to really worry about running out. I kind of want to see if this is going to be a lot faster or not. Like, I see things growing around me, but I don't know if that's natural or if that is specifically because of this sigil. I assume it's because of the sigil. Like, all of those are fully grown over there. I guess it's kind of hard to tell. We'd have to stand on like one side or the other, see like if half of these grow more than the other half or whatever. Another thing I am curious about is, does this work on these Tinker's Construct berry bushes? I mean, we got one berry right there, but one doesn't really mean anything, right? We'd have to see like a whole bunch over or growing. And I'm not seeing a lot of stuff happening here. I mean, I see plants growing on both sides, but it's not really like there are a lot more on this side than the other. I suppose it probably is growing faster here. Yeah, I'm seeing the berries grow on this side and not on the far side. So I imagine it is working with this thing. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, so maybe if I need a specific type of resource or whatever, I can AFK with this thing for a little bit and try and get those a little bit faster. Another thing, I did make some of these emerald weed seeds, emerald weed plants, off camera. So we can now make emeralds whenever we want to. We basically can convert bone meal into emeralds. Let's grab our terminal here. Bone meal. I can't do that while I'm looking at it. So yeah, we can just grow those with bone meal, and if I right click, we make 4 emeralds, which is really awesome. So I can just, sit here and do this and convert bone meal directly into emeralds if I want to waste a little bit of time, which is pretty cool. Now, before we got to this stage, we were pretty much running out of emeralds. So I started making some more villagers over here, and I found one that had an interesting trade. It wanted 2 Certus quartz for 4 emeralds. And I was like, well, we got a lot of Certus quartz and we are low on emeralds, so let's go ahead and start trading. So I did that trade a few times over and over again, and eventually that trade changed to 1 Certus quartz for 7 emeralds, which is really, really awesome. So let's check this out real quick. I will remove the emeralds from my inventory. So Certus, we will grab this stuff. Now I can stick that right in here and shift right click and look at all those emeralds. No, they're not really all there. So we got 21. So that we accepted that trade 3 times. That trade's now going to be locked out. So I unlocked another one. Cost 11 emeralds, and we unlocked past here, and then I was doing this one. So we can turn diamonds into emeralds, which is pretty cool. We do have a lot of diamonds. So let's grab some of these. So if I take diamonds into emeralds, we got 37. Okay, I guess 26. I didn't accept all of those. So we can keep going here. That trade actually is now locked out as well. So I unlocked the diamond sword, then the helmet, then the chest plate, then the sword and the shovel. And then I saw this one. So 2 emeralds gives you 1 Certus quartz dust. So 2 emeralds gives you one of these, which is kind of cool, but I'll show you why. This is also iron into emeralds, so we can do that. We have plenty of iron. Okay, so I did that trade a few times. So we're up to 27 diamonds. Keep going here. So yeah, we got some of the chain armor. Then we can do 2 Certus quartz into 1. So that's one way, I guess, to convert from the dust back to the non-dust version. A lot of trades that I went through here, and this is the last one I got to. I don't know if this is the last and final trade this villager has, but when we need to unlock it, we can just trade 5 emeralds back to unlock all those other ones, right? So now he should get the little sparklies, and all those ones we locked out are back. Okay, so that's how the villagers work. But why this one was interesting is because I found out, even though it says Certus Quartz Crystal, you can put in any Certus Quartz, and that's going to work. Another thing that I was checking out, the pure Certus Quartz, like pure Nether Quartz Crystal, for instance, this also works. So we can basically double our Certus Quartz into the pure versions, and then we can trade those for emeralds, which is really cool. I mean, now that we have the emerald plants, it's not really that necessary anymore, but I thought that was really neat. So that's why I kept this villager and I put him over here just in case we need some of that stuff for some reason. But yeah, pretty cool that we can convert back into, convert from the dust back to the regular ones. So with this trade right here, when our emerald plants make us a whole bunch of emeralds, we can make a whole bunch of the Certus Quartz dust and then convert that into the regular quartz crystal. So that's another cool thing about this villager. So we can get the Certus Quartz basically for free just by growing emeralds. So yeah, that's really awesome. Okay, so getting back to our quest book, we wanted to get some quests going here. So let's check out. Oh, you know what? We didn't complete that one, did we? So it wanted us to do a manual detect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it because I have that linked it's not going to work? Okay, maybe we might have to make that one again. So it's an imbued slate and then the magician. You need to go grab that stuff. Uh-oh. I guess you're supposed to do these quests before you link them to yourselves. Give me. So we need that, and we need an imbued slate. Oh, I guess I have that on me as well. So there we go. We can go ahead and make this guy again. Hopefully it's going to work the second time. That guy and this guy, and there's that. So now can I detect? Oh, now it worked. I wonder why the first time that didn't work. I don't know. So that's going to give us 16 beef Wellington. Okay, so what's it? The teleposition sigil will allow you to sneak click on a teleposer and set the sigil to that location. You can then go back to that location from distance using LP. The signal of transposition will allow you to move blocks even if you can't break them. You can store them inside the sigil and place them in the world somewhere else. That is really awesome, preferably not in your way. I wonder if that works with like bedrock and other things like that. That is something that I have never used before. At least I don't remember using it. So teleposition and transposition. Whoops. So the sigils here, teleposition and transposition, the last two. Oh, these are from Sanguimancy? Is that how you say that? That might be. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do these. They're going to require some more advanced blood magic stuff. I was thinking those are going to be kind of easy to do, but no. We're going to have to get more into blood magic before we can do those. Blood storage. How do we make a blood tank? Let's look at that first of all. Wow, there's a bunch of them. Oh, there's different tiers. Oh, wow, that holds a lot. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so tier 1, is that what we needed to make? Is that what the book says? It doesn't say what tier. I assume it's a tier 1. So red stained glass, obsidian, some blank slates. Okay, so we need to make red stained glass. So that's easy enough. I don't know if we have the obsidian. We do. And what was the middle? Was that just an orb? And there we go. Okay, so there is our tier 1 tank. That's what I did. Shift click that back into the system. I was like, why wasn't that on me? Okay, so that's going to give us a hardened portable tank. That's awesome. So the blood storage, I assume this is only going to store stuff from the altar. I don't know how we can get stuff in there. If I click on it with this, does that do anything? No. Maybe we just have to pipe it in from the altar, or maybe there's another way to make that stuff. I'm not entirely sure because I've never tried storing it like this before. So that'll be something we'll have to check out in the future as well. So back to our quest book. There it is. I was like, where did it go? So we have this one that we can't do. This one right here, I believe, this Bloodthorn, I think that's from Botania. So we're going to have to start getting into Botania. There's a few things now that require Botania to do. Fast slaughter. Acceleration speed rune. Okay, so we've already done the speed rune. What about acceleration? Can we get this guy? So that requires 1 speed rune and an ethereal slate, which is a demon's... Oh, there's another tier now. I don't know if there was one before, but there definitely is one now. Okay, so I tell you guys what. Oh, you know what? That requires a tier 5 altar, which we are not at just yet. You know, maybe that's what we should work on next. I was wanting to make this thing the next tier, but in order to make it the next tier, we have to get beacons. So Nether Stars, this is what we were looking at previously. We needed some some regular skeleton skulls to make this stuff. Maybe I should set up something to get those skulls. Okay, I tell you guys what, I'm gonna play around with some stuff off camera here, and I'll bring you guys back in. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of these things going here. See you in a minute, guys. Okay guys, so we're over at a mob farm, and I have added a few things here. So I put a transfer node with some pipe that comes over into a chest, and the chest has a servo on it that is always extracting whatever's in the chest. So that'll go into our main item sorting pipe here, and everything that's normally being sorted will end up in those chests. Everything else will end up over here at our chest that doesn't have a place for the mass storage. Inside of this transfer node, I did put in 8 world interaction upgrades. I don't know if we need that many, but that's what I put in there. 1 stack upgrade and then 37 speed upgrades is what we had in our AE system. So that's what I put in there just to speed things up. So what this should do is the world interaction upgrades will allow it to pick up items so many blocks away from it. So if I throw anything in here, for instance, if I throw in, well, let's turn off the magnet. If I throw in some zombie brains, those just disappear as they fall down in there, right? Because those are being picked up by the world interaction upgrade. They're ending up in this chest, and then it's being sorted over here. So all those zombie brains end up right there. So what I want to do is I want to hook up this autonomous activator that I just put in. Hook this up so it has a scythe in there. The scythe I want to put beheading on, so we are killing monsters with beheading so we can get the skulls a little bit faster. I don't think the grinder is really making skeleton skulls, and if we put beheading on a scythe, I believe we will get the skeleton skulls. At least we'll get it much faster than what we have been getting. We do have 5 in here, but it seems like we've had 5 in there for quite some time. There might have been a change to the way MFR works and stuff since we first hooked that up. I can't remember. Do we have... Yeah, we got skeleton skulls down here. So we have been getting them at some point, but we've had 5 in there for a while. So I think it might be changed that's no longer giving us those. I don't know. So anyway, this changed over to using a scythe. Should allow us to get the skeleton skulls, which will allow us to make the Nether Stars that we want. Nether Star, we'll go back and look at this. So the uncharged Nether Star requires 3 of these skulls, some of the diamond tools, which we can't get from that villager from diamond or from emerald trading, which is kind of cool, or we can just make these, whatever we want to do. And then we can charge these up on the blood altar using a tier 4 and 20,000 LP. So this is what I'm after. So we can make a new scythe, or we can use this one that we made at the very start of the series. This guy right here just has auto repair on it, so it will break after so long. We made this to shear leaves. It does have silk touch on it. I'm not sure if we can put beheading on this thing or not, but it does have 2 modifiers remaining, so we can go ahead and try that and then use this scythe since we haven't used it for anything for quite some time. So beheading, in order to do that, I can't remember what it was that we need. Is this even the right books? It says weaponry. This might show us what we need. No, that is not going to show us. Is it mighty smelting? This one might be the one we need. Let's go all the way to the end. Nope, this is not it. Maybe it's materials. Materials and you might be the one we need. There's so many books for this mod that it gets me confused every time I try and find something that I want to find. So here we go. Luck, sharpness, fiery, necrotic, silky, reinforced, knockback, beheading. Okay, so it is an ender pearl and an obsidian. Okay, well that's not too bad. So do 2 obsidian and 2 ender pearls. And we will fix that up down here. So there's a scythe, that, and this. So now that has beheading. This will be beheading too, which should give us a 20% chance, I think is what it is. Does this say? Yeah, chance to behead, 20% is what it says. So this is what we're going to use for now, and then it's used iron to repair it, which we have plenty of. I would like to hook it up so it has the RF on here eventually if we get enough modifiers that this thing can use. So I want to stick this in here. This is set to right click. Right, so now we just need to get some flux ducts. Don't think we're going to use resonant ones. Let's use, well, we don't have enough of those, do we? Okay, we will use resonant ones even though we don't need those. I suppose I could put a tesseract there too. I was just going to run some power right like that. Yeah, that's charging this thing up quite nicely. Okay, so the next step is get the torches out of this thing. Yeah, we need to get the torches out of here so mobs will be able to spawn, kind of walk away for a minute, see if this thing is doing what we want it to do. This, oh, you know what? This has to be left click, doesn't it? So this should hurt me. But it only do it once. It might need a new augmentation in here for it to continually do that. Or maybe this method has been changed? First slot only left click. Oh, maybe I was just too far away. There we go. Okay, so I guess it doesn't... We might have to hook up some more of these conveyor belts to move mobs closer. But this should be like a 3x3 area, so I think it's going to work just fine. If I find that the mobs aren't dying as fast as I would like, we can go ahead and change that out and make it work correctly. Okay, so now if we walk away a little bit, we should get monsters spawning in there, and the scythe should be doing its thing. Hopefully we'll get those monster skulls pretty quick, so let's make a cut here. I'm going to see what happens, and we'll be right back. Oop, that's a problem. Don't worry, everything's fine. That creeper explosion and that one right there have been happening a lot. Creeper damage has been turned off in this mod pack, so it's not destroying anything, except for, I guess, any of the entities that are nearby when it explodes. We are collecting a lot of experience in here, which is kind of a problem, so I'll be starting to lag out a bit, I think, if I don't collect this, but we're not going to do that right now. I did end up putting in some conveyor belts underneath to push all the mobs right to our autonomous activator, and I did have to repair this once. So some things that I've noticed, this thing is not gaining experience, but it is losing durability. I did put in 2 more modifiers using the golden apple, the notch apple, and a diamond block, and then, what was it, a diamond and a gold block? So I put those 2 on there, and I put it up to beheading 4. So let's check out what we've collected so far, and we are getting skulls. I did remove all of the skulls from this inventory just to see what was happening here. So we're getting Enderman, Spider, Angry Zombie, and Witch Heads. Those are all still showing up, but we are not getting Skeleton Skulls, which has me concerned. So I'm thinking that Skeleton Skulls were probably turned off at some point because they are using that other recipe. That's my theory. So something that I want to try is we can attempt to convert these skeletons that are spawning in here into the wither skeletons. We can do that using witch water. So I made some witch water up earlier. I know I had some before and I don't know what I did with it. So we do have witch water here, and then stop it. Hey, there's a Enderman hanging out right there. You're dead. Yeah, if we put witch water in here and the skeletons land on that, they will convert into wither skeletons. Spiders will turn into the poisonous spiders. I can't remember what all the different conversions are. Yeah, look at all that experience down there. So that's something that's kind of a problem. So if we put witch water, we don't die. We put witch water down, I don't know, in one of these corners, I think should be fine. Oh, that's weird. The autonomous activator is breaking the witch water. I'm not sure what that does to us. I know it does something. What does that give us? Wither effect, slowness, weakness. I think it'll be fine if we do this. I guess we'll give it a go and see if that does anything. Oh, you know, another thing we should do that I didn't do, and this might be the problem, is I didn't turn off or get rid of all those grinders down there. I wonder if maybe that's what's causing the problem. Maybe the grinders are killing the mobs before our other thing is, let's go ahead and kill the power to these. I think just getting rid of these pipes should do it. Oh no, that's our power source over there too. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I need to get this hooked up properly. Flux duct. Yeah, we'll kill the power to those guys over there. So they should stop grinding the mobs. That's weird looking. I could just break these blocks, I suppose, and just replace them with something else, but then I'll put them back later, and that's just going to be annoying. Okay, so anyway, everything's hooked back up. The grinders are now turned off. Let's put some witch water in here. They will continue to grind the mobs for a little bit, but I'm curious... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm curious if this will get us wither skeleton skulls, because there was that recipe that we can convert wither skeleton skulls into regular skeleton skulls. And if we can do that, that's a way around it. So let's go ahead and give this a try for a little bit, and we'll be back, guys. Well, guys, I have been trying to get these skeleton skulls for a long time now. I've tried a few different things. I had to readjust the floor position that I had in our mob grinder down there. I lowered it all down once, so the witch water was now a block below the autonomous activator, because it seemed like the autonomous activator was not working correctly. There we go, there's a skull. It was not working correctly when the witch water was right in front of it. It kept breaking the block and not harming the mobs. So I decided, yeah, we should just take the skeleton that we had in the Safari egg and just spawn our own and just kill them manually, because it does not seem like we're able to get these... Well, that thing jumped at me. It doesn't seem like we're able to get the skeleton skulls automatically in any sort of way that I can figure out. We have been getting wither skeletons, and I know we got wither skeleton skulls before, but yeah, with the autonomous activator and that site, that is just not happening. There's another one of these guys. You gonna drop a skull? No. It'd be cool if he dropped a spawner, though. So I'm gonna continue to kill these guys. We are getting skeleton skulls this way, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, just to show you this setup over here, we have collected 50 angry zombie heads, 30 cave spider heads, 6 regular spider heads, 3 zombie villager, a bunch of witches, but no skeleton or wither skeleton skulls. It looks like we did collect a creeper head as well over there. And in the short amount of time that I was doing that manually, I got 12 of these skeleton skulls. That probably took me 3 or 4 minutes. So I will be doing it this way in the future. I don't know what the deal is. It's like you can only get those skeleton skulls if you kill the mobs manually. That might be some kind of a fix they did in the pack. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to reconvert this mob trap back to the way it was. When we need skeleton skulls in the future, I'm going to do it the manual way because that works. Yep, let me go ahead and fix this up, and we'll be back and check out how we can do these Nether Stars. See you in a moment, guys. Alright, so I put the filter here for the uncharged Nether Star, and we have one of these guys here, so let's go ahead and stick that in there. It should go over into our altar, and let's see, yeah, that does drain quite quickly, actually. It said 20,000 LP is what this thing required, so that should be 2 full altars worth, so it should go pretty soon. There it is, it's done. Okay, so now we got 4 of these Nether Stars all cooked up, and we also have that other one that we got a while ago, so... awesome. Next step, we need to make 4 beacons to hook up onto our altar over here. So let's see if we can get those done. Beacon. These guys. We have obsidian and glass. We should have everything. I don't know if we're going to have enough obsidian. Hopefully we do, and we do. Okay, we're not going to make a 5th beacon. We are only going to make 4 of these guys. So we should be able to knock out those torches, and the beacon should take the place of the torch, keeping everything nice and lit right there. Okay, this one, and this one. Now the final stage, or the final step, to get this tier to work is we're going to have to replace all these stone with some kind of a blood rune. So we got self-sacrifice, speed, self-sacrifice. I might do more self-sacrifice here just so the orb gives us more LP per click. I think the speed is going pretty fast. It's fast enough for now anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make some more... the self-sacrifice runes, get those hooked up, and we will be right back, guys. And that should be about it. Okay, so now we have the beacons. Oh, Guess I missed this over here. We have the beacons and we have our runes of self-sacrifice in here. That took a lot of those reinforced slates, but I think we should be good to go. So if we click on this, it now says, yes, it is a tier 5. That is awesome. Okay, so that is progress. I'm very happy about that. We still need to get the tier 6, but in order to do that, I believe we have to do the demon invasion thing, but that's going to be a little bit of time before we get to that point, I think. We're going to have to figure out where we're going to spawn that in as well. We might do that in the Deep Dark. We might do that in that Void World. I don't know yet. We will have to find that out when we get to that point. I do want to upgrade our other altar over here and start working on getting the... what is it called? The Well of Suffering stuff set up so we can automatically fill up our LP network. Yeah, that's something that I want to work on here pretty soon as well. But I tell you what, guys, we are out of time for today. We got a lot of cool stuff done, made some beacons over there, made some Nether Stars. Oh yeah. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.